Hey everyone! Uncle Salty here with Electrify Your Yard. Alright, so today we're going to do a little soldering. Have a little project going on. I'm going to test something, a little experiment. It is late February here, 2025, gearing up for the new spring. Going to experiment with something I discovered called an earth battery. And basically what it is, it's kind of like a water electrical kind of battery using two dissimilar metals. So for me, what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna bury zinc and copper. I have a copper pipe here. I'm not gonna use, this is a 1/2 inch copper pipe. I'll probably use maybe a 3/4 inch copper pipe, which I don't have right now. With the same length, this will be buried in the dirt behind one of my whiskey barrels. That's the experiment, to generate an electrical current into the whiskey barrel using an earth battery. So we'll take a copper pipe, cut it to the same length. It'll probably be like about, 16 inches long. We'll bury it in one part of a big hole. Then we're gonna take, this is zinc, these are zinc plates. I already soldered this one a little bit earlier. I'm gonna show you how to extend it here with another. They're gonna be the same length, stuck in the ground. Then what you do, right behind the whiskey barrel, this right here is 18 gauge insulated electrical wire. It's copper. So what I'll do is solder one wire to this, solder another wire to this. They're both sticking in the ground separate, and then run the wires into the whiskey barrel. And I'm gonna connect it to rebarb. I'll probably cut this rebarb to about 1 foot, put it in the ground. I'm gonna bury the wire and then wrap it around here inside the soil of the whiskey barrel to capture the electrical current to then funnel it through the whiskey barrel. So wanted to take you guys through this experiment with me and do a little soldering. I learned my soldering from my father-in-law. I'm not that good at it, guys. I'm not. I mean, I can get it to work, but it really is kind of like an art form, how you do it. I've experimented. I got some techniques. I want to share them with you. So let's do some soldering. Zinc plates, got these on Amazon. They weren't expensive. These are 6 inches, so 6 inches, 6 inches. I soldered this on just about 30 minutes ago, the kind of experiment. It's kind of tricky. This gets really hot. It gets hot. So I'm gonna use this big glove. I'm gonna hold it in place, use my right hand to go ahead and put that piece on. So let me show you what I'm doing here. When you solder, you got to go ahead and use a sandpaper would actually work too, but this is aluminum oxide, kind of sandpaper type material. So scratch the end of that. I scratch the end of this one that I'm going to be applying on top to rough it up. Have a good grip there. Now we have our flux. You got to have the flux. So you're gonna put the flux on the side here and the side here of the one that I'm gonna be flipping over. To make it longer, you can kind of see that. Now, once the flux is on, we're gonna go ahead and take the solder rosin right here. Now this is really, really thin. I found it easier for some of the projects that I was doing to use like the thin. But what this is, it's kind of like an aluminum. This is 1 millimeter flux. So this is gonna help seal the two metals together. So you have to have this. I like cutting them into pieces. So we'll cut them into pieces using my little cutter. And I strip them along here. I'm just gonna flip this over, hold it with the glove, and fire it up underneath. And like I said, I'm not that great at it yet. Everything is practice, but boy, I love fire. All right, let's go. Put this on top here. And I'll do the other video to when I actually install it, but can't dig the hole because the ground's frozen right now. But here we go. Love that part. Got the zinc. Hold it over here. Takes a steady hand. Place it on top. Hold it, which is hard. Run it back and forth. Run it back and forth. The zinc is tough because the zinc gets hot fast. Oh, it's bubbling. It's bubbling. We have some contact. Set it down. Hold it. A little more. A little more. Hold it. Turn the flame off if you can. Hold it, hold it. So it dries. The thing about soldering zinc is that it's a very soft metal. Kind of like aluminum is soft. I can probably let it go. It's really hot. And so this whole thing will get buried, and I'll cut a copper pipe the same. But I'll show you that experiment it's gonna take. Thank you all. Happy gardening. Get ready now for the spring. Signing off.